And let's try and pick up the right thing. So it's the Kahoots. There we go. So what we are going to be doing today, we're going to have to be able to solve inequalities, which we've looked at lots of times. So can you please just put in your, rather than a nickname, some silly name, please can you all just put in your real first name, just so I can see who's there? So Poppy's there, excellent. Emma, Guy, okay, Guy, we'll let you off with that. It's still clear it's you, Guy. Fran, Emily, smiley face, excellent. So I think let's give them a minute, but Ollie's there, excellent. Just I know Josh was there, but I'm not sure. Casper's there, excellent. I don't know if Josh would have picked up the bit we're going to play Kahoot. So oh, we did, excellent. So Josh, Emily, Guy, Pop, and Casper, Ollie, Emma. That might have been it. That's a pretty good turnout. Go for it. I think we'll go for it. Oh, I'm flipped. Excellent. 9 of you. Excellent. Turnout, guys. Well done. So I'm not saying we'll necessarily do all 13 questions. We'll see how we get on. So what would be the first thing you decided to do if you were going to be solving this equation? What do we go and put in that circle that goes on both sides? So what is the opening first step? Okay, I'm not going to give you the full minutes, so you're going to have about 10 more seconds to answer this, guys. So what would be a sensible first step? What do you need to undo? How would you want to do it? I'm going to have to hurry you guys, because I don't want to make this game take up the whole of the lesson. We need to 20 or I'm moving on. You've got 3, 2, 1 second. I'm moving on. Right, well done, most of you. Okay, so yeah, so when you look at this, you're working your way into the x. So the first thing you have to do, first of all, is to undo the -3. How do you undo a -3? You choose to add 3 to both sides. So well done. Let's have a look at the leaderboards. And we've got Ollie, closely followed by Guy, and then Emma, then Casper, then Fran. Good start. Question 2. Right, so we've done that first step. We've now got 2x equaling 13. So what do we now have to do? What's our next decision? What's the next thing we do? I'm going to give you to 30 seconds. So you've got another 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Excellent. No need to explain that. You all got it right. So leaderboard, got Guy at the top of the leaderboard. Well played, young man. Casper second, Emma third. Okay, so how are we going to give our final answer here if we were giving it as a fraction? Okay, not decimal. So when we divide by 2, what do we get? I want to make sure you're getting it the right way round. Okay. Five seconds. Quickly, got to rush you. Time's up. Guess. Okay, right. Let me see. Yes, 4 of you got it the wrong way around, guys. Okay, look, it's 13 to be divided by 2. All right, we're divide. It's 13 being divided by 2. That's what that means. 13 being divided by 2. It is not 2 being divided by 13. Okay. So how do we undo a timesing by 2? We divide by 2. So the 13 has to be divided by 2. 13 divided by 2. Right, let's have a look at the leaderboards. Is Guy on top? Guy, nightmare, gone straight right down to 5th. Right, Emma's on top. Right, okay. So just starting from another one from the beginning, I'm going to speed it up a bit. What's the first step here, guys? What's the first thing you have to do in question like this? What's that opening first step? I'm only going to give you to about 40. This is a repeat of what we just done. Good, most of you. 9 out of 10. We undo the plus 5 by minusing 5. Okay. Emma still in front, just from Casper, closely followed by Fran. Right. Okay, so what's the next step? 4x equals 7. What's the next thing we have to do? Think, what has to be undone? How do we undo it? Okay, good, most of you. Okay, 4x equals 7. We want to get rid of the 4 being there. 4 times x, x times 4. We need to undo that timesing by 4. We divide by 4. So is Emma still on top? Yes, she is. Right. So careful, let's get it the right way around this time. When we divide by 4, what is that final answer? Well done, 9 of you. Okay, it's 7 being divided by 4. It is not 4 being divided by 7. Okay, we're dividing by 4 to get rid of the timesing by 4. Therefore, it is 7 to be divided by 4. Is Emma still on top? No. Casper's on top. Right, Fran second. Well played, Fran. Well played, Casper. Right, question 7. Right, trickier one, these. I might bail if this isn't crucial for what we're doing today. So addressing the x's, what would be the first thing we do to get all the x's on one side? Okay, so we want to get all the x's on the side with a bigger number of x's. What comes first? This isn't crucial for today's lesson, but it's useful to know. You want to get all your x's onto the bigger side. So which side is the bigger side for x's? So which x has to move? How are you going to move it? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, yeah, not so surprised some of these struggle with this one. This is not crucial to today's lesson. To get all of the x's onto the same side, I want to get them onto the left. So that's got the bigger number of x's. So this 3x has to move. How do we undo a plus 3x? We minus 3x. I think the next step will take us back to where we need to be. Fran, well played. So, okay, so now we're back to where we do need to be today. So what's the next step, guys? What's the next step? I'm going to give you to 40, so you've got 5 seconds. 1 second to have a guess. Right, well done. Well done, most of you. Okay, we need to, and we've got all the x's on the left. We want to get all the normal numbers onto the right. So the minus 3 has to move. How do we undo a minus 3? We add 3. So let's have a look at the board. Emma's on top. Right, well played, Emma. Right. Okay, so what is our final answer going to be here, guys? So 4x equals 5. What is our final answer? Fractions are allowed. Get it the right way around, please. Okay, well done. Only one of you getting it the wrong way around and one of you putting 20. Yeah, look, it's not going to be, we don't multiply by 4 to undo a timesing by 4. Remember, you've always got to do the opposite to what's going on. 4x means x times 4. How do you undo that timesing by 4? You divide by 4. 5 being divided by 4. It was the blue answer. So is Emma still on top? Yes, she is, and consolidating her lead. Well played, Emma. Right. Okay. So no, I think we're going to bail on that. I think no, we won't bail. It's all good practice. So something like this, where we've got a bracket in there, what would be a sensible first step? It's not relevant to today's lesson, but it's all good algebra practice. If in doubt and you've got a bracket, what would make a sensible first step? Give you a clue, the word claw. 5 seconds. You're going to have to guess because I'm skipping. Okay. So, well done, 6 of you. The sensible thing to do here would be to multiply out the brackets, to get rid of the brackets by doing the claw. So you do 3 times 2x and 3 times the 4. So does that affect the leaderboard? Oh, no, Emma's surging ahead. Right, now, it's all good practice. We might as well just see this through. So when we multiply out the brackets, we do a first claw and a second claw. What do we get, please? What do we get? Picture those claws there. 5 seconds. Time's up. Going for the skips. You might as well guess. Right, well done, 7 of you. Yeah, so you do the claw. 3 times 2x, 3 lots of 2x is 6x, 3 lots of plus 4 is plus 12, and that equals the 8, so green. So let's see the leaderboards. Oh, Emma well ahead now. Well, Ollie and Emily coming back well. Right, okay, second last question. So what is the next step here, guys? We've got all our x's on the left. We need to get all our normal numbers on the right. What's going to be the first thing we do? Well played, 8 of you. To undo that plus 12, we need to minus 12. Okay. Right. Yeah, Emma's still in the lead. Final question. So, what is the final answer here? I will give you a clue. There might be some simplifying required. Okay. There might be some, well, there is some simplifying required. So only 2 of you got that right. Okay, does that affect the leaderboard? Let's have a look in a second. So we're going to divide by 6. So that's going to give us minus 4 over 6. If we then halve top and bottom, that gives us minus 2 over 3. So well done, 2 of you. So let's have a look at the final leaderboard. Let's look at the podium. Third, got Fran. Well played, Fran. Second, well played, Ollie. And wow, every single question right. Well, right. Fourth, fifth, but Emily and Poppy. Well done. Right. Okay. So that's good revision for the next today. Good, thank God for that. Right, okay, so back to what we're actually doing today. That wasn't just for fun, that is going to be what we're built upon. Those skills we're going to need when we look at these inequalities. Okay, so let me just bring up today's question and I will model these answers. Okay, so solving inequalities. Now, what an inequality is, as you know from lessons we've done recently with the number lines, is when we've gone and got these less than or greater than or less than or equal or greater than or equal. Now, all we have to do with these, we just follow our usual algebraic logic like we were just doing in that Hegarty, but we've just got to keep putting in a negative sign. So the first thing we're going to do to both sides to undo that plus 6 is take away 6, as per normal when it's an equals there. So taking away 6 from both sides, we've got 3x on the left. And the only new bit is we still just got to put in that less than sign. Don't turn it into an equals. Obviously, when we've taken away 6 on the left, the 6 is gone. And on the right, 21 take away 6 is 15. How do we undo a timesing by 3? We divide by 3. So x is less than 15 divided by 3 is 5. And that's your final answer. So you've done exactly the same process as if the question had been 3x plus 6 equal 21. You've done exactly the same work, but you've just got to keep on putting in that less than sign instead of an equals. Okay, let's go and model another one. So what are we going to do here? We're going to take away 5 from both sides. So in your workings, take away 5 from both sides. So 7x is less than. Now be careful on a number line. If you're on -9, here's a number line. If you're on -9 and you take away another 5, that takes you further in the minuses to -14. How do we undo a timesing by 7? We divide by 7. So x is going to be less than -14 divided by 7 is -2. So our final answer is x is less than -2. So that's an example of question 4. Okay, question 7. So these are trickier. So perhaps it was wise that we had a quick look at these when we were doing the Hegarty. So this is your thought process, guys. Start off with the x's. We need to get all our x's onto one side. Which side has got the greatest number of x's? On this occasion, it's the left. So we want to have all the x's on the left, all the normal numbers on the right. So it is the 3x that's got to move. So we're going to choose to take away 3x from both sides. Now, when we do that, on the left, we've got 5x take away 3x is 2x. That plus 5 is unchanged. Okay, that plus 5 just comes on down because this minusing 3x only affected the x's. So that 5 is unmoved. We don't change our inequality sign. It's still less than or equal. Then on the right, 3x take away 3x is nothing. That was the whole point. But that 4 is unchanged. That just comes on down. So we've got all our x's on the left. We now need to get all our normal numbers onto the right. So it is the plus 5 that has to be undone. How do we undo a plus 5? We minus 5 from both sides. So that's only affecting the normal numbers, not the x's. So the 2x is unchanged. 5 take away 5 is nothing. That's the whole point. Leave the inequality sign unchanged. 4 take away 5 is -1. Let's be careful there. Think number line. 4 take away 5 is -1. And then again, it was good we did that Hegarty practice. We've now got to divide by 2, dividing by 2 both sides. So we get x is less than or equal to -1 to be divided by 2. Okay, and the question said, give your answer as a fraction. So that's just -1/2. And finally, question 10, sorry, slide 5. So again, just like in that Hegarty practice, if in doubt, you're not sure what to do, first of all, get rid of the bracket. So do the claw. 7 times x is 7x. 7 times plus 3 is plus 21. And just copy the rest out as your first line of workings. Now, your thought process, all my x's onto one side, all my normal numbers onto the other. Which side has got the greatest number of x's to start with? On this occasion, it is the left. So all my x's are going to go to the left. So that 4x is the one that's got to be undone. How do we undo a plus 4x? We minus 4x from both sides. To get that in the circle in your workings. That inequality sign will be unchanged. What is 7x take away 4x? That is 3x. That plus 21 is unchanged. 4x take away 4x is nothing. That's gone. The -5 is unchanged. So all our x's are on the left. We've now got to get all our normal numbers onto the right. So how do we undo this plus 21? We minus 21. So we're left with 3x on the left being less than or equal to. Now, what is minus 5 minus 21? Okay, just in your head, think of a number line. You're on minus 5 and you take away another 21 from it. It's going to take you way into the negatives. It's going to take you to minus 26. Then finally, to undo this timesing by 3, we divide by 3. And be careful, that's minus 26 over 3. Can we simplify that? No, we can't, because 3's doesn't go into 26. And you'll see that Hegarty asks for you to give your answer as an improper fraction in its simplest form. Remember, an improper fraction is just a top-heavy fraction. So we got it as a top-heavy fraction. It's already in its simplest form, so our work is done. So that's it, folks. So if you would want to go and have a go at number 269, I know the live lesson's been longer than normal, but I thought we made a nice change to do the Kahoot, but I think perhaps more to the point, it was really practicing all those algebraic skills that we needed. So that's it, folks. Thanks for joining me. I'll keep an eye out on how you all are getting on. Bye.